Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy P Farm Thinking Right out here in the lab. In the little bitty book, I got your little in size is little, but boy, I'm doing a lesson now that I've done a few years ago, and I could tell because I highlight stuff when I'm going through it the first time. I'm learning. I'm highlighting. I got a few pages of highlighted information, so this is some good stuff. That's what I want you to know. Get ready. I got a good thing for you. Let's go. I got a good lesson. All right, let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's handle our business. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking is way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal, reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I ask the question, do you know you? Well, when I'm through, that's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. Let's go. Knowing thyself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do. For you, appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself, and two, might be true. We're going to go back until I'm going to read back. This is the book that taught me how to meditate. Okay, so I'm taking you back to what I learned 5-6 years ago. So good lesson, as I'm saying. All right, let's go. Entitled Right Thinkers, let's talk about, well, what is meditation? We done been around the year, but I'm back now. Different concept. Now I'm going to teach the whole from the book now before I just take inserts and, jump them down when I need them. Now I'm getting the book. We're doing the book. So this is the start of the meditation. What is meditation? Meditation may be thought of or defined as the practice, there you go, practice of daily mental exercises and disciplines that you set forth that you will follow that will enable you, the aspirant, to achieve what? Total control over one's mind. That's what meditation is for. Again, I wish I could give this lesson to my mom because she had trouble sleeping. She's not a meditator, so a little hard. But okay, again, this is what gets your mind right. If your mind ain't under your control, you're going to have some issues. Sleeping issues, depression issue, whatever it is, you're going to have issues. Why? Because you're not in control of your mind. It's pretty much controlling you. And specifically, to stop the negative vibrations of the mind due to what? Unwanted thoughts. How could you have an unwanted thought? If I don't want to think about it, it's not coming through. But it takes practice to do that. That's what I'm trying to get to you. That's what meditation does. Teaches you how to be strong against what you don't want running through your mind. Imaginations, negative thoughts, imaginations, etc. Some people, I can't stop it. They just come to my mind. That's frustrating. I'm hearing you, but I can't explain to you what I want you to understand because you hell-bent and I can't. So if you believe you can't, you won't. If you're not open for suggestions, it's a waste of time. I've learned that over the years of teaching. I'm not beat for that either. Okay, I can recognize that in a heartbeat and just shut it down and move on. I'm not going to debate fight with you about nothing. Now, but just as the sun, watch this, is revealed when? When the clouds disperse. Sun is up there, but the clouds block it out. The clouds go, the sun is shining again. That's how a clear mind is working. They're trying to give you all these analogies and stories of myth, not even a myth, just nature that can get points across to you that you can learn and understand. Watch this. So the light of the self using the sun as a metaphor, is revealed when what? When the mind is free from what? Negative thoughts and imagination, bad ideas, disillusions, and gross emotional misinterpretations, sentimental attachments, wow, etc. All this is going on in your mind. Well, yeah, you don't even know it. Listen, that thing up here is the most advanced machinery mechanism known to man. Ain't no computer better than the one you got in your head. So it don't come with instructions though. And you have to master that. It takes a little while. Some people, lifetimes. But the idea that you want to know or be better will put you on the right track. That's called aspiring. You want to aspire to be better. Your desire is to know thyself, want to be better, whatever. But that's had to come from within. Let's go. And I'm here to help those who got that. That's what I'm doing. The self, the true self. Your true identity is visible to what? Your conscious mind, aka your third eye. When your pineal gland is open, your third eye open, you're conscious of who you are. It sees the internal you. That's what they try to explain to you. I know all of that now because I got the experience. So I couldn't tell you this when I first read this book to you 6 years ago when I read it. Big difference now. Oh, I'm having fun. Why? Man, I did this. This is old hat to me. That's what makes teaching what you know fun. Let's go. But the mind, again, listen, the mind and your nervous system. In the physical body, that's the three things. Mind, spirit, and body. Body, mind, and spirit. Mind, body, and soul. Okay. But it's a trinity that you have to come to grips with. In your mind and your nervous system. The yin and the yang, they work together. They're encased inside the physical body. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. And once you get the concept, you'll know that your mind and your nervous system are what? Instruments of your true self, which it uses to have the human experience in this realm of time and space. Jesus, Monetti. Right there. That's the grasping of what you're doing here, what's your purpose. If you don't get that, you just waste your time spinning your wheels. And what I'm saying to you won't even make a difference, okay? But this is the key. You have to realize what's going on right here now, and which has created, watch this, in much the same way as a person who falls asleep. This, we think we woke. But because we lay down and go to bed, we know we're asleep. So with the conscious, your subconscious still works. Okay, your unconscious, because you're not awake at the moment, is still at work then. When you woke now, the unconscious takes the back seat and the waking conscious takes over. It's a concept that you have to understand. And what happens? This world we're living in now, the Aborigines say that when you go to sleep, that's the real world. I tend to agree. Why? I have more fun when I'm asleep than ever now. Why? Because I'm in the dream. I'm in my dream. I'm trying to get you to understand that. That's what the part of meditation and being understanding how to do that is a beautiful thing. So I never go restless or no. I love going to that dream state. Why? I'm welcome there. Okay, I'm king. Okay, in my own world. Again, in my mind. Everything that you do, think, and feel only happens in your mind. So please don't try to impose, because it's so real to you, on somebody else. That's a waste of time. I just try to give you the concept. Hope you can understand it for yourself. I ain't trying to make you become like me and think like me. I hate that dumbass concept. It don't work that way. Moving on. And watch this. You had to develop in the entire dream a whole nother world in which you are conscious of but not conscious. You're unconscious to what's going on. You're there, but you ain't conscious. When you get meditation and get better at that, your mind won't drift. You'll be able to continue the same thing called lucid dreaming. Okay, I didn't know that back then. What's this? So now it is at the unconscious. I know the difference between now. I'm reading the first time. I'm reading it. Okay, but the unconscious and the subconscious levels is where the most intensive work of yoga takes place. Why? Because it is there that your conscious identification as a person, of a person, is created, and the impressions in your mind is where your desires based on what? Their impressions that develop within the mind. That's why you can control your mind. You can control what goes on in your mind. See where we're going with this? In this desires, watch it, it is these desires from the mind. If you're ego-driven, all your desires is going to be of the flesh, monetary, and things that'll get you happy right here in this world. Spirituality is the next level up. That's when you go to sleep, the spirit takes over. That's what we need to be more proficient. Why? Because when in the waking world, you'll be better, you'll act better, you feel comfortable doing it. When you're confused, you don't know whether you woke or sleep. Okay, a lot of us are spiritually asleep. Why? Because those desires that keep you as the aspirant involved in this realm of time and space. The ego runs this world. This is the devil's domain. God runs the spirit world. This is the matter world. This is hell. Get it? Heaven, hell. As above, so below. Moving on. But watch this. Now, time and space frees what? The aspirant from what? This world of time and space. How? If they are supplemented. What did that mean? That means they gain control over their bad thoughts, negative ideas and concepts. Okay? For men, control your lower nature. Okay? Women too. Same thing. But when you do that, you are bettering yourself. And watch this. You get spiritual desires for what? Enlightenment, not pleasures of the flesh or monetary things. Spiritual enlightenment is an internal thing. It's a thing that only you can experience. It's personal. That's God. You and God becoming one only happens inside of you. The desire, which is human, which is flesh, which is all mental, but the desire to attain enlightenment comes from an aspirant who wants to be better. The desire to have, accumulate, and be, that's the ego side. Moving on. And the attained enlightenment is not viewed. When you want enlightenment, you don't view the same things in the same manner as what your egoistic desires. The me, the I got to get mine. I want this, I got to have that. I learned how to deal with being disappointed in life the old-fashioned way. But now that I understand and conceive it, it makes so much more sense to me now. And I don't jump up and down about it. I'm good. Why? I don't have to. I don't need to. I'm good. If what I want, I don't get, okay, so what? If what I got, what I need, I don't have, that could be a problem. So I understand. Trust me. It makes a difference. I'm about to show you the difference between external and internal. That's the next level of understanding oneself mentally. Okay? Where we at? Now, when you view, your view from an aspirant to gain knowledge is different than your ego desires. Why? Now it is viewed as being aspirations. Something that you want, that you desire to better yourself, not just having pleasures. That's the difference. And when you become an aspirant, which is a positive movement. Ego? No. Aspire? Yeah. Now let's talk about the externalized consciousness. What that mean? Again, I'm breaking it down to you. It means you're distracted by your egoism of what? Worldly objects. You like things. You like stuff. You like pleasure of the flesh. That's all ego. That's external. Okay, let's break that down. I got a little paragraph. Go over that right quick. I got enough time. All right. But the light of self, a.k.a. consciousness. God is spirit and conscious. God ain't human. God ain't physical. He's spirit that's in us, and he's the conscious that he gave us to recognize him in us. Or believe what you want and do what you want. Simple. That's Maya. You have a choice. If you didn't know God, you taking away your choices. You limiting yourself down to one thing. You, ego. That's it. Moving on. But let's talk about it right quick. The light of the self, which is the consciousness, that shines through what? The mind. And this is what sustains life. I just told you that. The flow of consciousness, and God is what? All conscious. And most people, every individual has their own consciousness. He give you that little thing in the head, little thing in your chest. He give you that. So having everything you need is just that. Heart, spirit, and the mind to conceive. You got everything you need to do whatever it is you want. That's free will. Have at it. Now, watch this. For the flow of consciousness in most people is from within. Watch this. Moving outward. Everything they want is from here. They want to bring it in. But this causes them to be what? Externalized and mostly distracted, and they lose their energy going after things outside of themselves for pleasures or other purpose and reason. If you can't stop drinking alcohol because you just like you have to have it, if you can't stop doing something that's not good for you, you are committing suicide. Simple as that. That's death by installments. Why? It's going to kill you. Simple. Moving on. Ignorance will kill you. ego will kill you. You think not? Now you gotta die young. Why? Because just that, ego, ignorance. Why? To me, where the mind goes, that's where the energy flows. That's why the power is in your belief. The mind controls everything. So if you believe you can, you will. If you believe you can't, you won't. Have you ever noticed, and we all have, that what? You can feel when someone is looking at you sometimes. You can just, your body can sense it. That's the exorcism that we don't even use no more. That's the telepathy that I've been telling you about that we just didn't put aside. We used to can sense. The body had sense. Just Spider-Man only one got it. Now Spider senses. Back in my day, if my body senses, if I get goosebumps, I say, something wrong. Something wrong. Well, I'm getting a tingling. I'm getting a sensor. And I used to act on that. Simple. And watch this. And this is what? This is because there is a suitable, subtle energy that's being transmitted through what? Your vision, through their vision, which is an extension of one's mind. Wherever you focus at, that's where energy goes. That's what they're telling you. And those who live in this externalized, egoistic state of mind, they are not aware of the source of their consciousness. They don't know why they can't stop thinking about it. They don't know. They have no idea. Again, they don't know themselves. Again, when you're confused about you need to do some homework. And daily meditation is a start. Why? Meditation, as well as the other disciplines that you may acquire, but meditation has to be on the agenda of your yoga serve to what? To reverse what? The flow of consciousness on itself, so that now your mind acts as what? The mirror which reveals to you your true self. You get to see yourself. When you get there, you look at yourself. Again, that's the concept. And that's all done what? On the inside. But you looking for it out here, it'll never happen. Let's talk about now the internalized consciousness of a yoga, aka right thinker or aspirant who wants to improve themselves, self-improvement. Y'all are the ones who want what I'm giving. Nobody else don't care. So I appreciate, I serve those who want it. Let's go. Most people are unaware, again, ignorant, that there are deeper levels of their being. My man, Ralph Smart, deep diving, go down inside yourself. Yeah, this is the ocean. Oh, he got it right. I love his analogy and his story. Why? Let's go deep dive. Go inside yourself, not outside yourself. You deep. That's what they tell you. A lot of people don't know that. Well, you ocean. How deep is the ocean? We don't know. But try just going down. And watch this. And they are unaware of a simple fact that what? The physical reality is not really physical. I'm not going to have that argument. Yeah. Okay. Vibration, slow down. Yeah. I'm not here to give you that kind of stuff. Quantum physics, that ain't what I'm about. But our ancients knew about quantum physics experiments to modern day has proven what our ancients knew a long time ago, that the physical world is not composed of what? Matter, but of energy. That slower vibration that makes it physical and visible. All that, again, physical, I ain't into that. But I understand it. This supports the findings of our ancient sages who have taught this concept for thousands of years. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. And that what? The reality was experienced by what? The human senses is not an absolute reality. This is not the end all be all, but a conditional one. Why? As long as the spirit is in the body got life, the body can move, we can control it. The mind and the body working as one. Yeah, but when the body starts to break down, through disease or whatever break down, the body will die. And now the spirit has to what? Leave the body. That's conditions. And therefore, you must strive to what? Rise beyond your what? Your conditioned mindset and senses of the physical body, what? In order to perceive reality as it truly is. If your pineal gland, your third eye is open, you don't see reality for what it is. You seeing it behind what? These two eyes here, they only see outward, they don't see in. So you can be tricked on the outside. Let me go right quick. I got one more prayer. I got to stick with me. I see I'm running, but this is good. Now, the idea is to use what we call Anubis, the jackal-headed god. He's what you call your discernment factor. Watch this. When you use him, you learn to distinguish what? The real from the unreal. That's my old school on the corner, diddy bopping. I need to know if you come to buy drugs from me or you come try to lock me up or set me up. I had to make that decision on the spot. That's discernment, okay? Deciding, distinguishing between real and unreal. Let's go right quick. That's an ancient Egyptian proverb. Okay, I didn't make it up. That's what it says. Human beings are not just composed of the mind and the five senses, which is the body, but we are beyond that physical and the mental. What? That's the third part is the spirit. That's God. There is a soul level. Again, levels to this shit. This is that realm of, again, we call it the higher self. Y'all call it heaven, which all of the teachings of the yogis, and the various practices of daily meditation are directed toward what? Discovering what? Discovering what? The hidden aspects of ourselves, which is beyond the normal thoughts and is known as, you ready? Amun. They call him the hidden one. Spirit have to be dealt with in a different, you can't see it, you can't really touch it. No, you had to experience it. That's what God is all about, is hidden. But where he's hidden, inside you. Asar or Amenta. That's all mental concepts of the spirit being where it needs to be at the resting place. That's the last stop. If at Judgment Day I pass, my name would be Asar P-Funk. Okay, that means my spirit is going home, be with the maker. They had all that figured out. I ain't making this up. This is what the concept is. All right, watch this. Moving on. But they had a name for it, understand and breakdown. That's what I'm doing for you right now. And they called it Asar or Amenta in our ancient Egyptian system of what? Spirituality, not a belief system. A system of spiritual understanding. And even in the Brahmin, in India, in the Vedic philosophy, we all had a concept, okay? When you are active and not practicing or experiencing what the wisdom of your yoga practice, what you're doing, you are distracted in what y'all call, you're distracted from the real in what y'all call life. No, you're distracted from the real life. You living out of this fictitious concept that you're living through, and what happens? Now, this distraction that you're living in, which comes from what? Your desires, flesh, your cravings, monetary things, and your endless motion of thoughts about how can I, in your mind is what we call the veil, in which blocks your true perception of your deeper essence, which we call Aset, okay, your intuitive knowledge. And netter, these distractions will keep you physically and mentally involved with the mind and your senses and your body, so that you now have to come to what? Believe that it's real. And that's the problem right there. Once you fall for the belief, you pretty much shut down your ability to go any further. Believe in nothing. Know what you need to know. If by experience, you don't believe it, put it to the test. Try it. Simple. So, but when you come to believe that the world you're living in is real for you, and when your body, okay, is motionless and you're thinking and feeling, you are mostly what? Associated with what? The mind. When you go to sleep, you don't need the body to go to the astral world. Lucid dreaming, I don't need my body. I just need my mind. Okay, moving on. And at times, when you are not even thinking, such as when you hit that dreamless sleep state, that when you wake up, you just feel so relaxed. So yeah, because you went enjoying with God for that brief time. Yeah, you was hanging out with God and didn't even know it. And when you associate it with your higher self, because you're in the dream state, you don't remember it. But you had that result. So, man, again, that's where you want to end up. You're getting a glimpse of it. They give you a taste of it. Okay, yeah, they tempt you. But however, this connection in that dreamless state is veiled. Why? By your ignorance. Because you are what? Asleep. Because you are asleep. and not aware of the experience. When I go to sleep, I'm not asleep. I'm aware. I'm dreaming a lucid dream where I'm actually interacting in the dream. So when I go see Amu, hey, what's up, dude? Okay, I'll be back. Don't worry, I'm good. Yeah, you good? Come on. You come and go as you please. When I go to sleep, I go to God. Where you go? Nightmare City. You right here in hell. Now, it's all mental. Again, you can change that. Change what you think. In order to discover what this realm that I'm telling you about, you must consciously what? Turn away from what? The phenomenal, the ignorant world, in which is what? Distracting you from your inner reality. Everything that you want out here is taking you away from what you get knowledge of self. That's how you strengthen your inner world. Build it around that. And the practice when daily of yoga accomplishes this very task. Right thinking. Meditation, when backed up like prayer by what? Other discipline yogic practices is the most powerful agent of self-discovery. Putting the work in, knowing for yourself, experiencing for yourself. That's the best teacher in the world. In this daily practice of meditation, it will allow you to now create a higher awareness in which affects all aspects of your life daily. But most importantly, what? It gives you the aspirant, the right thinker, experiential knowledge of your true self, aka God. I'm dropping the pen because that's the lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I made my point. I got more, but that's the lesson for meditation. That's what meditation is. I hope you got the lesson. In closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. Don't want to know that my right thinkers have passed away. I'll be right back. I get something to drink. I'm getting parched.